Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I woke up this morning with a text from my mother-in-law. And I actually woke up in this Jaws shirt because I stayed up watching Shark Week last night with my kids. Woke up, had the same shirt on. You know, like, we're moving fast around here, guys. You know that. We're moving fast. So I get this text from my mother-in-law. She goes, "Have you seen this reaction video?" I said, "Reaction video? What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Yeah." And it's these two kids, these two brothers, watching In the Air Tonight, or listening to In the Air Tonight for the first time. And I thought to myself, I was like, okay, this seems impossible. But I watched it, and they were intently listening to the lyrics, and when the drum fill, hit, just like everybody, I mean, it reminded me, like, they were having the same feeling like I was having like when I was on the boat with a brother of mine last year in Florida. Like, check it, like. Awesome. Anyhow, so then I'm watching TV this morning, which I never do. My wife happened to have it on, and I think it was Good Morning America or something, and they're talking about this same exact thing, and they're saying that this song is now like in the top 5 of the Billboard charts because of this video. Out of nowhere, it just popped, and Phil Collins is back. And I'm thinking to myself, Phil Collins never went anywhere. Always been one of those songs where I don't care what you're doing, when it comes on, you stop and you finish it. You absolutely, for sure, do not let anybody jump into a conversation right before the drum fill. It's sacrilege. And it occurred to me that I had never learned this song. And while the YouTube juice is flowing, people, are pumping, YouTube's pumping the Phil Collins In the Air Tonight reaction algorithm, right? You know this, life is a game of tiny windows. Let's try and see if we can get a little YouTube juice behind us for one of the best songs ever written by one of the best artists of all time. And oh, by the way, Phil, why do all of your albums have your face on them? I'll leave that up to the comments section. So I found a great version, because you guys know I like live tracks, featuring Eric Clapton from '86. Here we go. Let's learn it together live.
Now it's your chance to hear that song again.
That song. Points to it.
The one you've been waiting for. The beautiful, the wonderful Phil Collins.
Cue the track.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, I can feel it in the air tonight. Oh Lord, oh Lord.
All right, so you got D natural minor, D Aeolian, right? So the chords go D minor, C major, B flat. Now, this is completely in key. That's how I picked it up. I established the key D minor, and it sounded like it went down 2 whole steps to 2 major chords. So it's 6, 5, 4 in its relative major. The key of F, D minor, F major are the same key, or a minor 1, flat 7 major, flat 6 major if you're talking about D minor as 1. All your melody notes come from D natural minor. Right? It's just, you got to just feel it out with your ear. But it's all in key, chord tone to chord tone, D minor pentatonic, right? Or F major pentatonic. Now, listen to Clapton here, come in with that big D power chord and just let it swell exactly in time. You can tell he's just crushing that amp. Let it swell exactly in time with the track. Go back. Listen for it.
Well, if you told me you were drowning,
And there come the keys.
I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and I saw what you did, saw it with my own 2 eyes. So you can wipe off that glitter, 'cause I know where you've been. Solving a packed life.
You got Clapton in the background with his single coils, jacked amplifier, just doing the whale sounds, it's all ambiance, right? It's all texture guitar playing, just in support of the song of the man, right? All that build up for the drums.
And I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Great background vocals on keyboard player.
I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh Lord, I can feel it in the air tonight. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord.
There it is again.
Well, I remember.
Casually walks over to the drums. He's making his way over there. You get the keyboard stabs. Again, when Clapton does that, that's when you want to point your guitar right at the amp. Even shake it a little bit in rhythm and see if you can get that feedback to match what's happening in the room. It's all connected. It's electricity.
I remember, don't worry.
Those
How
keys.
could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last time that we ever met. But I know the reason
Whammy
why
bar.
you keep your silence up. No, you don't fool me.
Sit
The
down.
hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows. It's no stranger to you and me. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord.
Look at Clapton. He's got his cigarette on his headstock sticking out there. in my opinion, what makes this really pop is there really hasn't been a bass line or groove this whole song. So it's not just the drums come in. It's for the first time you get the bass groove. And it is sparse. It is not dun 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 dun. It's bump 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 bump. Like, it is very sparse. It's like if you took an entire percussion track and you put it on the grid, right? And you take the drum part and you take the bass part. When you put them together, it's one singular thing, but they're played separately. It's perfectly complementary rhythm section pieces. Listen to the drop again, and I want you to listen for where the bass comes in, right?
But I know the reason why you keep your silence, son. No, you don't fool me. You see, the hurt doesn't shout, but the pain still grows. It's no stranger to you and me. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh, Lord. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh, Lord. I can feel it in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I've been waiting for this moment. Wow, my life, my life, oh, Lord. I can feel it coming in the air. I can feel it coming in the air.
Oh my gosh, there's so many good things happening. So Clapton soloing D minor, right? Your standard D minor stuff. All ambiance texture playing, not melody hunting, right? Not taking the listener on the. Phil's got the listener. The melody, he's singing. Their ear, our attention span as listeners for melodies is very singular, right? It's why you generally don't have two people taking the lead at the same time. Because if they're good lead players, they're going to take the person on a journey. Journeys are singular, So they're following his. And so Clapton's playing texture in the back. That's one. Two, his drums. The fills going over the bar line, right? That right? The kick obviously is the push. The snare is the heartbeat which releases. Having the fill go over that form and push into the next bar gives that endless feeling of just like, yeah, we can do this forever. We can do this all day if you want. And then I really love, every now and again, his very tasteful snare rolls in there to create that kind of snare foundation, even though it's pretty sparse. I keep using the word sparse, but it's not flashy drums, right? It's ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. It's not brrr, right? But there's a snare foundation under that. Listen to this last little bit here. Listen to how he adds this snare work in here, and it's so tasteful. Hear it? One more time. Listen for it.
Yeah.
up, up. What a killer finish. You know, again, I love Phil Collins. I've always loved this song. I love Eric Clapton. This isn't the Clapton, when you're thinking Clapton, this isn't what you typically see. You know, I know this is the 80s, so this is like, you know, period Clapton if you want to look at it that way. He's got lots of different periods. You know, he's had an incredible career. But he is serving Phil's tune right here. So his playing completely texture-based. It's extremely wet, you know, big distorted sound, got the delay on, you know, and it's really just about that sound. The actual song, it's a 1 flat 7 6, so 1 minor flat 7 major 6 major in D minor, D Aeolian, same key as F major, so it could be a 6 5 4. Meh. Your melody comes straight from that key. It's completely diatonic. Diatonic, for those of you who are unaware, just means it is completely in key. In key means it sounds good to just about everyone, right? So there's no squirrels in here, right? It's all straight on. Chord tone to chord tone, but it's got that kind of bluesy minor feel to it. And I love the tasteful playing of the drums. I love the sparse bass. I love the little... I love the rolls he adds in there, and just as a performer, having the thing on right here, wandering around, playing different instruments, going to the drums. I believe it's left-handed. It's just awesome. So I was pumped to see that this is making a resurgence today, like it ever went anywhere. I know that University of Miami plays this for their thing, and so coming from Baltimore, we had Ed Reed and Ray Lewis coming from the U, and I know they used to listen to it before games and get all hyped up. You know, I'm telling you, those drums over the bar line, it's just like, bring it on. And that's it. So stoked to see this today. Stoked to learn it. Hope we get a little YouTube love, a little algorithm pixie dust. Wouldn't that be nice to get a little flow from this? And, you know, got to see him do it live. That's kind of my thing. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching, liking. Please subscribe. And if you like the way I play, you like the way I teach, you kind of like the whole vibe of this channel where we find new music, learn it, teach it all the time, and you just want to support the channel, or if you just want some extra inspiration and motivation to pick this thing up every week, every day, and get better with a bunch of your fellow players, please click the first link in the description. Join me over at guitargate.com for all my lessons, courses, and you get priority reaction requests so you can pick the next one we do. That's it. See you on the flip side. Cheers.